I'm Anke Dietzsch and I'm working as a postdoctoral ecologist at the School of Natural Science here in Trinity College in Dublin. My research focuses on two main topics: the interaction between flowering plants and their pollinators, and the plant diversity of forest communities. Pollination by animals is a vital process in nature, which can be found in almost all ecosystems on our planet. And there are various factors that influence insect pollination in natural communities. One of them is the invasion of alien non-native plants, and the question I'm particularly interested in is how the presence and the plant density of an invader affects the pollinator communities and the pollination of our native plant species. So to address this question, I looked at Rhododendron ponticum as a model species for an Irish invasive plant. And I visited natural Irish habitats with and without the invader and created manipulated plant communities to measure pollinator visitation and fruit set in native Irish plants. Rhododendron and many other native Irish plant species are mainly visited and pollinated by bumblebees, and that is why I also used feeding experiments and molecular techniques to figure out how rhododendron and its nectar affects the number of bumblebee colonies and their survival. And the answer to this question matters because these processes might ultimately affect the biodiversity and stability in our native habitats. Biodiversity is an important feature of natural systems, and that is why I'm also interested in the plant diversity of forest ecosystems. And these systems can be very species rich, and particularly in tropical environments. If we want to monitor long-term changes and human impacts of tropical forests, we first have to figure out what's there. So the approach that we used in this research are quite traditional. We go out to the montane forest in the northwest part of Honduras, and we sample permanent long-term plots, and we collect samples of leaves, flowers and fruits, and come back to Dublin, and later we identify the tree species within these communities at home here in our herbarium. And our hope is that by investigating the biodiversity and understanding the processes in plant and animal communities better, we can devise new strategies and guidelines for controlling and managing habitats and their threats, such as alien invasive species.